I'm Chirag. I represent the GD Goenka group, and we're honored today to have with us Shreya Agarwal, an international shooter representing India, representing Madhya Pradesh at the national level. And Shreya, you need to correct me if I'm wrong. One world record in shooting, one Asian record in shooting, 21 medals at the international level, and 18 medals at the national level.
Yes.
And all of this at an age of 23.
Correct.
Yeah. Wow, congratulations. We're really honored to have you at the GD Goenka shooting range today.
Thank you for having me, sir.
We wanted to do this very quick episode of Shooting 101. Shooting for all of us, even in India, it continues to be a very aspirational sport. But a lot of us, including myself, do not understand shooting as a sport. So why don't you actually take the next 20 minutes to teach us and tell us more about shooting?
Sure, sir.
Helping our young ones to learn how to take up shooting as a sport, right? So before that, let me just ask you about your background. How did you get into shooting? At what age did you start? Which academy did you start with? And where do you look to grow, or where do you wish to go to? Over to you.
So I started shooting in 2015, and it was just a summer vacation thing. I wanted to try a sport or something that would keep me busy during summer vacations after I was done with my holiday homework. So my parents got me and my brother to shooting academy, where I went 6 months back or so for SGFI shooting championship. That time I had no idea what a rifle shooting competition is, but I went there just to have an exposure and just try something new. Because I was getting a chance, I thought why miss it just because I don't know what it is.
Sure.
And when I joined in summer vacation, within 2 months I was gold medalist in the state level. Within 4 months I was clear of pre-nationals, and I was qualified for the national championship. In December we have our national championships every year, and after that in shooting there are India team selection trials that help us get into the national squad, and the top 3 of the country gets to represent the nation in the international arena.
Great. And under whose ages does shooting as an event or a sport in India happen?
So we have in India National Rifle Association of India.
NRAI.
Yeah, NRAI. They are the one who manage everything from organizing competitions to maintaining all the shooting records. And they are the one who make it possible that athletes from India go to represent in the foreign countries, and it is a wonderful thing that India is supporting their athletes so much.
Great. And speaking of international countries, I believe you've traveled to 10 countries for competing?
Yes.
Australia, Tokyo, where else?
South Korea, Taiwan.
You were on the Olympic squad as well?
Yes.
Great.
I was the reserve athlete for the Tokyo Olympics 2020. I was the 3rd athlete. In the games, there are only 2 athletes every country can send.
And you were number 3.
One. Yes.
I think that's a feat in itself.
Yeah, and I managed to achieve that within 5 years of shooting. So that was a good achievement for me, but I keep on trying to improve myself so that next time I can be a step ahead.
Sure. How did shooting happen to you? I mean, I would really like to tell everybody, do you come from a family where sport was always there? Anyone in your family, or it was just you're the first one?
I'm the first one from my family, like entire family to be in the sport, and there was no awareness about how to join a sport, how to go for the nationals, go for the competitions, how to approach coaches. I had no idea. I rarely traveled before I started shooting. So, but my parents were courageous, and they were very supportive. Let their daughter go at the tender age of 15 and compete at the world level, and they were never sad, or they never showed that they are disappointed that she could not win a medal in the competition. They were never sad that If even in one competition I could not do well, they were like, there is always a next competition, just take your time. We are not pressuring you, you don't pressure yourself.
Fantastic. I think that's essential.
Yes.
And that was essential for you to reach here. That was really the encouragement that you got from home.
I think most of the kids stumble to the pressure from their families that they can't meet their parents' expectations, but I never had that issue in my family.
How is it being a woman in sport shooting in India? Do you have a lot of other shooters who are women, or is the number still a majority men? How is the landscape?
In shooting generally, if I say, the females are doing much better.
Yeah.
And from my own academy,
Is it because they're more patient, or they?
I think they are more disciplined, and they are more hardworking. Like I train at Gun for Glory Shooting Academy, Jabalpur, and from that one particular academy, there are 3 international female athletes.
Okay.
And that includes me. And we are hoping that there are more international athletes from our district and state. But females are doing much better than men, but men's are catching up as well. And a few years back, shooting did not have equal number of shots for men and women. It was less shots for women and more shots for men.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the international committee, shooting committee, that we call ISSF.
ISSF. Okay.
Yeah. They decided that no, we think it's time for gender equality, and we should, equal the number of shots.
How is the government promoting shooting in India? Are you, at the national level?
When I started shooting, there was very little awareness about shooting. There were very few ranges in my region. But northern part of India was still quite famous. UP, Delhi area was still famous because of Karni Singh shooting range. But when Khelo India was announced by our Prime Minister, that helped boost shooting and all the other sports so much that I'll say the number of participation has double folded or multiplied by quite a significant amount.
Sure.
And because of Khelo India scheme, a lot of athletes who are not capable of handling all the funds, the government sponsors them. Once you get selected in the Khelo India scheme, you just choose an academy, you get to train there, the government handles all the funds for you.
That's commendable. So then this perception that shooting, just like equestrian, perhaps is an expensive sport, does not really hold true, because if you have talent and you reach a certain point where your talent is recognized by the country, then you will get sponsorships which can propel you forward. So it's a good, healthy ecosystem in that sense.
Yeah. Initially, shooting is an expensive sport, but if you feel that you are talented and you can achieve great success, there are a lot of sponsors and government supports a lot now. So if you think you are that much capable,
then you will get the support.
Yes, you will get the support. No one can stop that.
That's super. Who's been your mentor in shooting? Who's got you so far?
Since I started shooting, I have been training with Mr. Nishant Nathwani. He is from Gujarat, but he resides in Jabalpur, Madhya Pradesh, and he has shifted fully to Jabalpur, my hometown, and he has been there since 2015.
Okay.
And
so your foundation is with him.
So he has seen me grow up from a child, and he has seen me progress as a shooter. Very late I got to know that he told someone that I found a very good shooter and she is doing very great, and I'm very scared like how if her parents will get convinced to let her pursue the sport.
Let her continue.
Yeah. And when he met my parents, and my parents were like, yeah, fine, let her continue, there is no problem. He was extremely surprised. And
so you have a set of very progressive parents in
Yes,
that sense.
and then he was never hesitant to say that you have to go for this competition.
Sure.
He was always upfront that Shreya, you have to play this, you are going to play this, train hard.
Fantastic, fantastic. How
And
about
I will mention Gagan Narang sir. He
okay.
has been a very big support in my lowest times, and he has been of a few people who has called me within minutes of I had issues, and he will call me and sort it out.
So he's always there to back you up.
Always.
You've been with us on campus now at GD Goenka
Yeah.
for 3 days. This is your third
Yes.
day on campus. You're not participating, but you're definitely seeing all the competition, kind of overlooking it, if I may say.
Yes.
Meeting all the shooters, young and old, from all over India. What is your sense? What is the vibe at the range?
The vibe is very vibrant. Like I'll say, all the athletes are so excited to play their matches and do their best and win the competition. And a lot of young kids are also participating, and that is very excellent that at a very tender age they are getting this opportunity. A few years back there was rarely opportunities for competitions like this, and the infrastructure was not much. Now we have infrastructure and the means, and the colleges are supporting, the schools are supporting.
The whole ecosystem is much stronger.
Yes.
What are your thoughts technically as an athlete about the range that we've built? Is it at par with international levels? Do you think it's a good range to practice at?
It is a very good range to practice at, and I'll say it is a miniature version of a national level shooting range.
Fantastic. That's great to hear. Great. And what are your expectations now for the next 5 years? What is the next big championship that you're trying for or training for? And what is that ultimate level that you will want to reach?
I think every athlete, once they get the idea of the Olympics, they want to go to the Olympics and win a medal for the country.
Sure.
My goal is to get better every year, and maybe I'll do my best to maybe get into the Olympic team next year. But if I see long term, there is a lot more to learn with every competition and everyday training, and I'll take just one match at a time.
Any message you'd like to leave us with for our audience today at the various schools outside? What we're trying to build here, in Gurugram, is of course build a community. The purpose of this is to really build a community of shooters, of athletes who aim for excellence. So this is a start, but what would be your message to the community at large?
I will always be there if someone needs any guidance or help, because I still feel it. If there was someone just 2-3 years elder in shooting from me, maybe they would have guided me, I would have done much better.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there is always a need of right guidance, and there is nothing better than a person who has been through the whole situation, so they can guide you about a realistic situation. So I'll always be there to help out athletes whenever they need.
So there's a lot of learning that younger athletes, younger shooters can get from your experience.
Yes.
Great. Thank you. Anything you would like to leave us with?
I'll just say keep working hard and don't be demotivated, because the world is so fast paced that you have that fear of losing on the time, and people are moving forward and you feel yourself you're just stuck at somewhere.
Sure.
But everyone has a different timeline. You may not achieve something today, but you're learning a lot, and every failure leaves you with a lesson.
Sure, absolutely. The last thing I'd like to ask you personally, is there an age limit to start shooting? Do you need to start shooting it as young as 10, 15, 20? Do you think there's any point? I mean, how is this categorized? Can I start today?
You can start at the age of 80 as well.
Oh wow. And
The lower age limit is 10 years and above,
Okay.
because the kids are still developing and
Sure,
their muscles
sure.
and bones are still developing.
Sure.
But 10 year onwards you can start training, and 12 years onward you can start competing in the nationals.
12
There
years
is-
onwards in the nationals.
Yeah. And there is no
Okay.
upper age limit for shooting.
Wow. So thank you, Shreya. I'm just going to finish this by saying a big thank you for being with us on range, for motivating our shooters. Just your presence here, I think, has added a lot of energy to the championship. We look forward to you having you again and to your support with all of our young learners as well.
Thank you for having me here, sir. It's my pleasure that I'm getting to meet a lot of athletes and encourage them. I think even if I can make someone encourage, like someone take up the sport and try it out even once, and shooting is a whole new world, and if they explore even 1% of it, I'll be glad that someone tried the sport because of me.
Fantastic. Thank you.